Mr.veggiedad's adventures. Welcome to Mr.veggiedad's adventures. Welcome to Mr.veggiedad's adventures.
Thank you guys so much. That one again was called Redemption. I see some people over on the sides and in the middle. Come in. Only if you want to hear some metal covers, maybe some Metallica by chance. Okay, So I have a story to tell you before we do it. So I post social media content, bagpipe-related content on the internet, and I posted a medley of Metallica covers about a year and a half ago. And the video was starting to do really well until a hate comment came in. And the hate comment said, "Bagpipes do not belong in Metallica," with an angry emoji. So he meant business. I know. We were all very upset by it. But I ignored it because I'm trying not to engage with the haters online. It's good for no one. And I'm very glad that I ignored it because Metallica actually came into the comment section of that video and defended me against the hater, which is crazy. Ooh. And so they said bagpipes are awesome. They said that I'm awesome to keep doing what I'm doing. And they said that that guy doesn't speak for them because no one speaks for Metallica. Please. So bagpipes are officially approved by Metallica, and I did make a sticker to commemorate the occasion, and it's over on the merch table. So if you want to help me stick it to the haters, hey, yeah, you could be a part of the terrible pun. They're over here. I also have t-shirts, CDs, and I have emotional support axes over on the table. And this is my last show of the fair. So thank you guys so much for coming out. I'm not going to keep you waiting any longer. We're going to play some Metallica for you. All right, thank you guys so much. Any fans out there of a band called the Dropkick Murphys? All right, okay, so we have some crowd participation that has to happen. The beginning goes like this. I'm gonna say I'm a sailor in pain, and your job is to say, and I lost my leg. Then I'm gonna follow up with climbing up the topsails, and one more time you're gonna shout at the top of your lungs, and I lost my leg. So let's try it. Ready, guys? I'm a sailor in pain, and I lost my leg. Climbing up the topsails. Perfect. And you know the rest of it too. Shipping up to Boston. Whoa. Yeah, you guys know that part. If you guys take any videos, please tag me on social media, but make sure you tag the right account. I have an army of fake accounts on there, and I hate them.
Shut him down!
I'm working on it. My accounts on Instagram and on Facebook and YouTube and things like that, they're all verified with a blue check mark and have a lot of followers, and the fake ones don't. Also, a great sign is that the fake accounts ask you for money, and I don't. But yes, tag me on social media if you take any videos. I'd love to see them. All right, shipping up to Boston. Let's do it. All right, where are my pirates? Is that it? Where are my pirates, guys?
I got one!
sorry for sitting next to you. That was alarming. And thank you guys so much for not getting hit with my bagpipe. I know that can be challenging when I'm running like that. All right, so I hate to say it, but we do have just one more song left for you guys here. I want to say a huge, huge, huge thank you to the Eastern North Carolina Ren Fair for having me out for the very first time. Do you guys actually want 2 more songs? All right, I think we can make that work for you. Okay, well, I'm gonna play you guys one of my originals off of my album that I just released in February. This one is called Follow Through. I shouldn't have run before this one though. I have to sing. All right, it's fine, I'll make it through. But I still wanna say a couple more thank yous. Can we please give it up for my guitarist, Preston Ross? My bassist, Ian Ross, and my drummer, Dom Maratha. We are all very sad to be leaving tomorrow, but we are very grateful for the time we had out here in North Carolina. Please come and say hello to me after the show at the merch table. I have a few shirts remaining, and I don't want to take them home with me because they're heavy. And then again, I have my stickers and CDs and everything like that. But this next one is called Follow Through. The melody is kind of catchy on this one, so if you pick it up, sing along. The sun is set. you guys are definitely gonna know this last one. It has a little participation part at the beginning. You're gonna hear the drums go, and then you're gonna say, I, right there. Practice round, let's try it. Ready? Here we go. I. Thank you very much. Just 3 times there. And please, let's be nice and loud. Give me a good send-off, because I'm leaving after this. Are you guys gonna do it? Yeah! Fine, then I'll play the song. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for having me out. You've been incredible.